What's up, you guys? If a girl is never messaging you first and you're always the one to initiate, either one of two things are happening. Either you're messaging her too much or she's just really not that into you. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you a lot of tips and tricks to try and get a girl to message you first, but that's probably not going to fix the underlying problem, which I'll get to at the end of this video. So the first thing that I'm going to say about this is that if you've gotten a girl's number at the bar or a club or from Tinder or something like that, and you're messaging her then, you're probably going to be the one that's going to be hitting her up first, okay? At the beginning, when you're asking her out, especially for the first date or the first time you hang out, the guy is usually the one, or whoever got the number is usually the person that's going to message them first, okay? You're going to try and set things up and message her like that. Okay. But after that, if she's still not messaging you first, then I would try to not message her for a week, okay? So you guys have gone on a couple dates, you're always the one that's hitting her up, and she responds, she's nice, and it's cool, it seems like she still really likes you. Don't hit her up for a week. See what happens. If she doesn't message you during that week, you got to move on and find some other girls, okay? That's usually what happens in this scenario if she's never messaging you. But if she does message you, well, then she's probably interested, and keep it going, see what happens. But, obviously be cautious, because people, in my experience, they don't change as much as you think they're going to in a short amount of time. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that you can start doing also is don't be so predictable with your messaging. A lot of guys that I see when they're texting is they're too predictable. They say, "How was your day?" every single day, or they say a good morning text every single morning. If you're doing this and it's too predictable and boring, she's not going to want to hit you up even if she likes you, because she knows that text message is coming. She knows you're going to ask her about her day, and she doesn't need to hit you up. So be a little bit more unpredictable. The other thing that you can do too is I find that a lot of girls sometimes, if we've been messaging for a little bit and then we don't talk, and then I post like a cool Instagram story or something like that, then they'll see it and then they'll hit me up. Then they'll ask me what I'm doing, and then we'll meet up after that. Okay, that happens sometimes. So you can use social media like Instagram stories, or post on Instagram, or Facebook, or whatever, Snapchat, whatever you use. A lot of girls use Snapchat, but more are using, I think, the Instagram stories now. Just don't overpost, because the most common thing that women love to do is they will, if there's a guy they really like and he's not messaging them, they'll post tons of stuff on Instagram or like tons of stuff on Snapchat to try and get his attention. Okay, so if you're doing that, that's really try hard, and it's going to make you look really bad. The key is you have a little bit of mystery. Have a little bit of mystery and intrigue. That's going to get a girl interested. So you want to make her interested, but don't give her too much information about it. Okay, so if that doesn't work, then you got to move on and find other girls. And I think that's really where this comes down to. Like, I can give you all of these tips and tricks and techniques, and they work, but they only work for a short period of time, and the underlying problem is she's not making you a priority. If a woman's not messaging you first and you're always the one that's like hitting her up and trying to get things going, that's a shitty relationship, and she's obviously not as into you as you are into her, or she's not into you in the same way, or maybe something's going on. Who cares? It doesn't matter. The point is that's not a good life choice for you, to be going after someone who isn't putting in the work. There's plenty of women out there, I guarantee you, man, that are going to actually put in the work, that are going to meet you halfway and not make your life so difficult. You're probably, I would have to guess, judging from my experience when it was happening to me a lot, you're probably looking at those messages thinking like, she seems so interested when we hang out in person, or like when she responds, she seems nice and, really into me. Like, why won't she message me first? Well, people will act nice to your face, people will do all this sort of stuff, but at the end of the day, you have to realize what it's providing in your life. And if you're spending so much time thinking about this, you're putting so much work in, and she's not putting in work back, dude, get out of it. Find someone who will be a good fit for you, because that's a horrible track to be going down. I mean, like, This happened to me recently. Like, it usually, I thought I was done with this sort of stuff, but sometimes you meet those crazy girls. So I met this girl about, months ago, a while ago, and the first time we met went awesome, hooked up, was great, and then she kind of like wasn't messaging me back as much, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, I thought we had an awesome time. This is really great. So I tried to play it cool, and I messaged her every now and then, and she was semi-responsive, but a lot of times she would kind of go dark, or she would. It was always me that was the one that was messaging her. So I don't know if she ever hit me up. Okay, and then my friends were telling me, they're like, "Oh, this girl's never gonna go out with you again," blah blah blah. So now I'm like trying to prove them wrong, and also like I liked her too. So I sent some like funny messages, and I was charming, and I did a lot of some of the stuff that I was telling you in this video, and I got her out, and we hung out again, hooked up again. It was awesome. We had an awesome time, and I thought things would change after that. I thought that after I was able to get her out and prove to her that I was an awesome dude, remind her like what she's missing out on, that things would change, and they didn't. It was exactly the same thing. I was still really like trying to get her out, trying to get her to respond, all of these things. I was trying too hard. And yeah, sure, I could probably sleep with her again. I could probably keep this going for a while longer, but it was unbelievably stupid for me to be doing that to begin with, and it would be even dumber to keep going and doing that. Like, I have plenty of people in my life that will respond to me, that will show up, and I've had plenty of relationships with women where it's been like, there's certain girls that you meet that are really hard, and there's certain girls that you meet where you don't have to. It's almost like you're not even trying, and it happens for you. So I want more of those experiences to happen to you, because that's really what a high value guy goes for in the end. And yeah, sure, at the beginning you're gonna be putting in work, you're gonna be trying hard to make things happen, and you should be firing on all cylinders to try and better yourself, to be going out, practicing, and trying to hit up these girls, trying to get on dates, trying to sleep with them, or do whatever it is that you want to do. But at the end of the day, you have to realize when the costs are too high, when the costs don't meet the benefits. Okay, and if she's never messaging you first, that's too high of a cost, man. It's a shitty, stupid, like modern day thing that we have to deal with, where we don't know what's going on. But if she's never messaging you first, dude, move on and find a girl that will. There's plenty of them out there. I guarantee you, you just got to be going out and practicing. Okay, remember, go out. If you're mulling over one girl for too long, that's not a good life choice and a bad decision for you and your development. So, thanks a lot, you guys. If you made it to the end, consider subscribing. I come out with videos like this every single week. If you have a question about this, or you have a comment, or any way that I can improve this channel, put it in the comment section below, or email me. I'm coming out with a Facebook group where we can discuss all of these sorts of things. So if you want to add me on Facebook, learn about my mentorship program, do that. I think my Facebook name is Lloyd TheSingleGuy, but I'll put a link in the bottom description. So thanks a lot, and good luck.